Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Christy Brissett. I'm a registered dietitian.
And I'm Jeremy Capone. I'm the wellness chef here. We have a fantastic class. We have a fantastic guest. I'd like to introduce Michael from November Foundation. A round of applause.
Yeah, November!
Thank you, guys.
So tell us a little bit about what Movember's all about.
Yeah, so the month's almost upon us. It's coming quick, but Movember, it's a men's health charity focused on raising funds and awareness for men's health issues. Mobros, as we like to call them, they sign up at Movember and they commit to growing and grooming a mustache for 30 days. And then Mo Sisters, there's also a place for all you ladies out here. Their job,
No mustache
they support
required.
these men, quite often, and they're, they champion men's health and encourage men in their lives to take action. But again, when you can do that and you're preventative and proactive about your health, you see the benefits in the long run. So it's amazing to be here. Obviously, this is incredibly relevant, and I think that we've worked together. We've funded some projects here, and we're going to continue to tackle men's health issues and hopefully change the face of men's health.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael.
So we're going to start off with, I think, the top 5 comfort foods for sure is mac and cheese.
Okay.
My favorite.
Big fan as well.
Yes.
Gotta love it.
And mac and cheese, I know, even growing up, the most common version was out of the box. I don't have to say the brand name. I'm pretty sure you know what it is. So this is going to be obviously a different version, and we're including pumpkin or squash, which in season, fantastic, as well as a couple of other ingredients. So we'll start off with that, and this is this squash here with the mustache. This is, we shaved the mustache
Hold him up.
off.
No mustaches
No
were
mustache.
harmed.
Bring him over.
Yeah, no mustache. This is an amber cup squash. I call them all pumpkin squash because they're very similar, that you can substitute in and out for each other. And there's so many different types that you can find right now. And this is one of my favorites. Really, really delicious, really nice and sweet, really dark orange, and fantastic for this recipe. So Michael, if I can get you, we'll just start grating it.
Okay, I can do more than just grow a mustache.
Yes, yes. Here we go.
Gonna put you to work in the kitchen.
Grating. So to start this cheese sauce, while Michael keeps grating there, we're gonna make a roux. Does anyone know what a roux is? Throwing like fancy French terms. So this is pretty much a combination of fat and a starch, like a flour, yes. You can use any type of fat, so traditionally it's butter, but we're gonna use olive oil. And you can use really any type of flour. So you can use just a regular all-purpose flour, but you can use, if you wanted to use chickpea flour or barley flour, you can use anything. You just need some sort of starch to thicken it up. And this will give us that nice thick consistency in our cheese sauce. So we're gonna start off with 1.5 tablespoons.
You guys are putting me to work.
Oil, yeah.
You're gonna break a sweat. This counts as your 10 minutes of
didn't know what I
physical
said.
activity.
I didn't know what I signed up for. Oh wow. Yeah.
Here, if you don't have too much muscle strength, or is there another way that you can shred it up?
I had it done ahead of time. I just wanted to test, Michael. That's good. That's good.
This is my commitment to move for the day, right?
Yeah, you can use. You can definitely use canned pumpkin. So the equivalent would be about 2 cups of grated pumpkin. It looks like cheddar cheese, which is kind of awesome too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So about 2 cups of grated pumpkin.
going.
Or if you didn't want to go through this work, you can get the canned 100% pure pumpkin. Don't get the pumpkin pie mix. It's got other stuff in it. And about 1 cup of that. So 2 cups grated or 1 cup puree if you don't want to go through that.
Very cool.
So now with our roux, equal parts flour to fat. So 1.5 tablespoons each. And I'm just stirring it over medium heat here. You can kind of smell, it almost smells like cooking flour. You just want to cook it just a little bit to get some of that powderiness out. Otherwise it'll taste too starchy, that cheese sauce. And into this, I'll lower this a bit, we're gonna add, this is one of my favorite seasonings, this is just a regular curry powder. This is optional, you can season it whichever way you like. I love the combination of pumpkin and curry together, really, really nice flavor. And we're including a little bit more, so you don't have to add as much cheese because we're actually getting flavor from other things as well, right? So the curry powder, great addition, and we're gonna add about 1 tablespoon in there. Stir that around, cook some of that powderiness out as well. And you could probably start smelling that now. Yeah, as soon as it hits that hot pan. And it should clump up on you like this. So almost like a little paste happening here. And then to that, garlic. So again, more flavor. I'm just gonna grate this in.
Jeremy has many different sizes and types of graters.
Yeah.
But all you really need is the one he has right here. You could have done the pumpkin with this as well. The rasp is one of our favorite tools. And you can pick this up at a kitchen store, grocery store, dollar store. Is there a question?
My favorite one, all of these is the food processor.
The food processor.
Yeah.
In a second, it's done.
Absolutely.
And some of them have that shredding feature too.
I wasn't gonna let Michael get away with just a food processor though. So.
I know. Those of us at home that want to save, I mean, the time and
Slicing and
they
dicing is
they
not
have
everyone's
those-
forte, right?
Yeah, they have those blades on it, those grater blades that pulse right through. So yeah, that's another great option. So garlic and curry powder in. Now we're gonna add our liquid. So we're doing about a cup each of stock. You can use water even if you don't have stock on hand. But this is a great way, again, if you make your vegetable stock ahead of time in the freezer, defrost it, that's gonna go in. And we're gonna do a cup of milk as well to give it a nice creaminess. You can do an almond milk here instead, if you would like.
And it's good to go for a skim milk if you can, or a 1%, because saturated fat from dairy products and from meat is linked to a higher risk of prostate cancer. So trying to cut down on these saturated fats. So you saw Jeremy replace the butter with some olive oil, which is a really heart-healthy, prostate-healthy, brain-healthy oil. So all good things. And we're reducing the amount of cheese by using our pumpkin as well. And by choosing that lower fat dairy, you're going to be benefiting from the calcium, you're getting some protein, but you don't need the extra saturated fat.
So the grated pumpkin goes in, and we just have to cook that until it's soft. Because we've grated it, already we've reduced the amount of cooking time required. If it was in big chunks, the pumpkin would take maybe 20, 25 minutes. But because it's so thin, 15 minutes in the simmering liquid is all you need. So at that point, so you can see really nice, beautiful color, nice and orange. Once it's nice and soft, we can add our cheese. And we're adding about 3/4 cup of cheese. And so this is a 6-serving recipe. So it's about 2 tablespoons each of cheese.
A little's gonna go a long way with this recipe because Jeremy upped the flavor in other ways with the curry powder, and we're making this kind of cheesy sauce. It's gonna have a cheesy texture and add some creaminess with the pumpkin actually.
So once the pumpkin is cooked, so again, about 15 minutes or so, you're gonna add your cheese, about 3/4 cup, and then it'll melt in that sort of the heat there. Otherwise, you can blend it even to make it even creamier. But this is sort of what you're looking for. I know you can see it up there, but really nice sort of creamy orange sauce. And this is, real orange, like Christy was talking about. We've got a little bit from the turmeric and the curry powder, and then from the pumpkin as well, and no added orange-colored cheddar cheese.
That's right.
And so the pumpkin shavings basically kind of disintegrate in there.
It disintegrates. You'll still, if you don't blend it, you'll still have some chunks in it, but I like to just pass it through a blender really quickly, just to puree.
Okay.
Especially if you are using a very low percentage fat milk. So if you're using like a skim milk, because of the heat, sometimes it curdles, it breaks. It's not bad, it's just because it does not have that fat to sort of keep it together, it breaks apart. So even when you blend that, it sort of homogenizes everything and makes everything really nice and creamy.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's it. Really, really easy. So the pasta, you can even, you have options there as well. So we choose, there's a whole wheat elbow macaroni. Pretty simple, and there's so many different varieties of whole grains
Tons
and spelt.
of spelt, brown rice pastas, really, really nice. Try to go for the higher fiber options as much as possible.
So just stir it through, and your mac and cheese is done. If you want to give it a little more texture, a little more crispiness, we're going to put it into like a baking dish. Try to get most of it in there. I got half of the cutting board. Right.
Jeremy's putting aside a little snack for later.
Yeah,
save some.
Right, so put it into a baking dish, and then, Michael, if you don't mind, so this is just breadcrumb, a little Parmesan cheese, a little bit of thyme in there, and that you could just sprinkle on top, and it's as simple as that. You can even anything crunchy. You can put flaked oats if you want it on top. I included pumpkin seeds on there as well, which is a nice little addition. You have the pumpkin in the mac, a little pumpkin seed on top. And then that goes into the oven just until it browns. You can put it under the broiler. Just keep an eye on it because that broiler gets pretty hot. I'll show you what I mean. But that's it.
Yeah.
Really easy.
Oh,
And
wow.
then
The finished product.
like a minute under the broiler. You can see I left it a little long. It got a little dark, but that's okay. Still good. And that's it. That's our pumpkin mac and cheese.
Is this easy, guys?